another, or the latest in my how I did something, or one of the steps on my paddleboard. Had to take a couple of week hiatus away from the board build and work on some furniture projects that the wife has got planned out for me. This is going to be a sideboard, and the top is made out of reclaimed cypress barnwood. You can see those nail holes in it, and interestingly, here's some of the nails that I took out of it. They're square. Anyway, so back to the paddleboard, and the step I'm at right now is I'm trying to get the rails on. You can see on this side I've got 2 of them on, and I'm getting ready to put the first one on this side. I don't know about you guys, but I have not had a good time bending these rails. I mean, the radius on these bends is not all that great, but man, it's like a calf scramble, wrangling these things in place. And I've got all the clamps in my shop on them. I've got, bicycle inner tubes, all kinds of stuff. And I've steamed them, and maybe I just can't get enough steam on them, but that does not seem to be much of a solution for me. So one thing I found to help me make that bend, especially back here on the tail, I'm sorry, up here on the nose of it, the tail's back there. But to help me make this last little bend right here is I'm starting with this 6-inch wide piece, and if I can trim that down just so that there's less wood that I'm trying to bend, then that helps. So I took my pencil and taped a little spacer on it, and I'm going along and just scribing a line along that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do that on the top and do it on the bottom. Yeah, I had to crawl around on the floor on my hands and knees to get that done. And then I'll take it over to the bandsaw and just trim off all this excess, and it makes it bend just a tad easier. So that's what I'm doing right now. The other thought I was having is that, I've picked this thing up and moved it around a couple of times, and I'm not going more than a 1/2 inch on these rails. This thing is heavy enough as it is, and I just can't see adding more weight to it. Still have the epoxy and, of course, the fiberglass to put on it, but it's heavy enough. There's no need to add more weight to it. And the rails are just to cap off the strips, and give you sort of a rub rail, I'm guessing, for, when you bang it up and stuff like that. So hopefully if I can get these 2 rail pieces on, say, by Saturday, and get them trimmed down, and then I start shaping the rails, and then put the 2 end caps on the nose and the tail.